Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Okay, so I just recorded a video, and like literally 10 seconds before I was over, it said insufficient space on camera. Okay, I'm so slow. I like went in, I usually go in and like delete the old video, or the old videos. My husband always laughs at me. He's like, do we have a VCR? We do have a VCR actually. But anyway, he's like, I'm like, can you tape it for me, like on TV? I'll be like, can you tape that show for me? He's like, do we have a VCR? I'm like, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I usually go in and I've learned this enough by now, my process, that I go in and I delete the previous video that I did because my space on my camera sucks. I need to get a bigger thing. And then, and then, I mean, who doesn't want a bigger thing? Okay, and then I need to, I'm wrong today, you guys. I am wrong. I really edit myself down on here. If you guys knew me in purpose, you'd be like, that is like the R-rated version of Peter Mon in real life. Because like on the video, he is not so. But anyway, so I didn't delete the videos and I got to like 14 minutes and 45 seconds and it went red and then it just went off and it said insufficient space. I was like, oh my God, I was like literally 5-10 seconds away from being done with this video. I was like, hi guys! So anyway, I have a couple things to talk to you about. So I need a shower and I need to trim my beard and yeah. Okay, so you guys know I love Philippe, the YA reader. I was watching his videos. Actually, you guys, I was so excited because he is vlogging through Booktube-A-Thon and he did his day one vlog for Booktube-A-Thon. Go over to the YA reader. I'll link his channel below. You can go to his day one vlog for Booktube-A-Thon if you would like to see a cameo by me, not in Portugal, because I don't live in Portugal yet, where he does. But anyway, he's like watching my video in the vlog, and he's like, it's so funny, because I'm talking to him in my video, excuse me, and he's like, no, yeah, he's like talking in the background, you guys. He is such my like booktube little brother. Anyway, so hey, Philippe. And he's reading so much. He's already finished like 2 books in Booktube-A-Thon, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta catch up. But he was talking about how like he was sitting on the beach in Portugal. Such a sad life, Philippe. Anyway, but anyway, he was talking about how he was on the beach and he was reading and he realized that like he just wanted to read for Booktube-A-Thon what he wanted to read. And so it's funny, all of these like realizations you have like doing things on Booktube or for Booktube-A-Thon. Like since I started this channel, I've realized a lot about myself as a reader and about other things just in general, like about myself. And so anyway, he was talking there and he was like, he took out the Deathly Hallows and Carry On because he didn't want to read them and he's replaced them with 2 other books. So I was kind of like, it was funny because last night, I'm gonna go through my books I read, but last night, I really need to get into The Single Man. Is that what it's called? A Single Man by Chris Isherwood. And I was reading Michael Crichton's A Rising Sun. Okay, so the way that I do the sprints, and the sprints that I usually do are from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. if you want to follow along with me. And I'm going to explain the sprints in just a second. Well, let's just explain them now because like 3 people asked me what the sprints are. So the sprints are something that are hosted on Twitter, and they're hosted by different Booktube creators that Ariel has asked to be part of Booktube-A-Thon. And so then they monitor that space of time. There's like 3 during the day. Ariel does 1 of them. And there's like 2 others during the day that are like for an hour each. And then the one that I do is from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And so they give you like, they'll say, okay, we're going to start a sprint at, 5 after, read for 20 minutes, go. And then everybody reads for 20 minutes or whatever, or 15 minutes. And they'll come back and say, how many pages did you read? Send me your title in emojis, using just emoji. It's real fun, you guys. It's real interactive. And it's fun to see what other people are doing on Booktube-A-Thon. So it's really hard for me because like, I said this in my video yesterday, but my phone, I have the notifications on, so I'm constantly going back and forth going, because I want to see what everybody's doing at Booktube-A-Thon. But it was funny because last night I was reading Michael Crichton's Rising Sun. And I realized, like, I used to read a lot of, like, these mystery thriller type books, fast-paced, when I was, like, in my early 20s. It's what I loved to read back then. And I was thinking about how it really got me back into reading and how I love to read, because, like, my senior year in high school, I just kind of stopped and whatever. And, and after college, I just was like, and in college, I read a lot of classics, because I'm, an English major, and so anyway. But I was reading this last night, and I really, it was a moment I had where I was like, I forgot how much it is just to read for fun and get so engrossed in the story that you can't wait to find out what's happening and you feel part of the story. So Rising Sun is like a murder mystery. They, like, literally the investigation takes, I think it's going to take like 2 days. So you're like going along with them at the same time. And it's like taking place at like midnight, and it's midnight where I'm reading it. And so I'm like totally into it, you guys. But anyway, so that was a realization that I had that, like, you know, I need to just like read things I want to read. And I don't really feel like there's any pressure on Booktube or any place else for me to read things I don't want to read. But it's interesting, like, if I see like 6 people talk about highly illogical behavior and I have it sitting over there, but I'm going to instead read, I don't know, like Jaws, I'm probably going to go to highly illogical behavior because so many people have talked about it, right? I mean, it's like, if so many people talk about a movie, you're going to want to go see that, then you're going to want to go see some movie that nobody's ever heard of and pay your money, right? I mean, that's kind of how I am. I don't want to waste my time on a book that may not be good when I've heard 15 people talk about how good it is. And honestly, this is so funny how I'm showing my TBR for Booktubeathon. That's kind of where I'm at with A Single Man. Did you see this guy? This was so perfect last night, and no, I did not win. But they ask you to do a face-to-book thing. Look at this. I mean, that was perfection. I should have won. I'm not winning any of these challenges. Am I bitter about it? Absolutely not. Okay, so anyway, the only reason that I'm keeping up with A Single Man, I'm like only 40-year-old doing any of these challenges. Don't you think they should give me an award for that? I mean, come on. I should win, like, I should get like one of those like honorary mentions they give at the Oscars where they like show all of your pieces of work and then they just like show clips of my like all my videos where they go, hi, welcome to Peter Likes Book, ha. Anyway. Because I'm like the oldest person. They know I'm not going to be around much longer, and so they might as well just give me an award. That's how I feel. But if you are just going to give me an award, I would really like an Owl Crate box. So anyway. But that's why I'm keeping. Don't anybody go buy me an Owl Crate box. You know, please don't. I can buy one for myself if I really, really want one, but they look really cool. So anyway. A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. I'm super, super excited about reading this because everybody says it's good, but when I open it, I just can't get into it. So anyway, but that's a different story when it comes to Jaws, and I'm going to talk about my treats that I eat with my books in a second, but this is so good, you guys, and this is not the movie Jaws. I mean, this is so good. I'm so excited about it. And I'm kind of tearing through that and the other one. And then The Duff and If I Stay, I'm kind of saving for the end of Booktubeathon because I have like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday totally free, and I'm real excited about reading these books, so I'm kind of not doing anything with them right now. And then Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, you guys know, 2 out of 5 stars I gave that book. I did not like it at all. In fact, I'm really surprised. I was reading all these reviews last night, and I was watching a lot of like booktubers reviews of it, and not a lot of people loved this book. And so I'm like, okay, so then why did it get movie rights? And the movie got panned by a lot of people. What's interesting to me is that I think the book, listen, I read a lot of young adult books, you guys, and I think there are a lot of young adult writers that write teenagers correctly. I think Ellen Hopkins writes teenagers fantastically. She gets it, okay? But she's not offensive. And that book is offensive. What surprised me is that the LGBT Review and David Levithan, a gay male writer, both pumped that book. And I was like, did you read this book? I mean, I don't care how honest he is as showing teenage males. Like, you pumped that book. There's a million YA books out there that have so much to offer, and that's the one that you decided that you needed to put your name behind. Like, I didn't get it. But then I saw all these reviews that were like horrible and like 2 out of 5 stars and 3 out of 5 stars. And so I thought, well, somebody got what I got. I don't know. Did I miss something, you guys, with this book? I am so confused by this book. Like, I don't even want to read the haters now. I'm so confused by it. And then you guys, Me Before You, what do you think? What do you want to think? Okay, so I'm 4 hours into the audiobook because you know I'm going to finish it because this is the book that Maddie picked. I'm picking the next book, Maddie. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think I love it or do you think I hate it? I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Write down your answer. And I see you writing down he hates it. Okay. Crystal, you think I like it. Gaia, you're just shaking your head. I love this book, you guys. I totally love this book. Like, I love it. Like, I got past, like, I don't know. It was like, okay, what changed it for me, and I don't want to ruin anything for you, so this is not a spoiler, but was the night that it snowed and she had to stay over and nothing really happens. I don't know. It just was like that scene changed for me. Now, I'll tell you, I am like right at, I think, chapter 8, and it's where Camilla comes in. Okay, so chapter 8, and it's like Camilla. What I don't understand is you waited, Jojo Moyes, 105 pages to switch characters' voices? Like, I don't understand that, but I like the book. So anyway, how are you guys doing on Booktubeathon? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so I just want to show you this, you guys, because somebody sent me an email, and they were like, oh, you're so good about responding to comments and emails and blah, blah, blah. How do you do it? You guys, I don't go into any project, honestly, and not take it seriously. Like, I love doing Booktubeathon, but I don't want you guys for 1 second to think that I'm just like, oh, yeah, like I have nothing to do in my life. Like, I am a very busy person. I'm a very busy person. But, like, I kind of plan things out, and then I'm the person that learned that you get up first in class and give your speech so you can just get it over with, right? Did I already talk about Tiernan's video? I didn't talk about this. Okay, Tiernan from the Booktuber, who I love, just put up this video comparing Perks of Being a Wallflower at the beginning and of going into high school and going into college. He just reread it. And he talks about how in that if you meet him, you think he's like an extrovert in person, but like he's really an introvert, and if you get to know him, you'll know that. You guys, that's totally me. People all the time are like, how are you like so excited and yourself on camera? If we were out to lunch, you guys, this is literally the conversation we would be having. Like, my friend Tanya and I in the car, she's my best friend in the whole world, we're like, la 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 la. And sometimes she'll be like, hey, can I talk for a second? I've got something I need to tell you. And she's real tired of talking about Booktubeathon. We were with some friends last night, and I said, so Tanya, I go, tell them, I go, what do I talk about? She goes, a cramathon. I go, it's Booktubeathon this week. She goes, Booktubeathon, right? So anyway, but she's real supportive. But I just want you guys to see this so you can know that I don't just take all this stuff lightly, and everything you say means a lot to me and all that kind of stuff. So I have a notebook that I keep, you see the tabs, with shout outs. I write down when people send me things because I think it's so nice. My mother taught me to do that. They always write a thank you note. And, which I don't always do, Aunt Kathy, but you know. And then schedule of videos, and which I don't stick to ever. And things like that. And then like all the buddy reads I'm doing, I have like literally, I have like July, August, September. And so I thought, you know what I need? I need a calendar. So today, guess what? I went and I bought a calendar at the Meijer. You guys, I love to put, nobody cares to see a calendar. I mean, seriously, let's be for real. I love to put the in front of words, like the Meijer, the Walmart, the Google. Have you noticed that? That's like one of my favorite things to do. I do it on purpose, so don't think that I'm, you know, a hick, because I'm not. And then somebody said, what are you eating during Booktubeathon, which I thought was really, really funny. Well, first of all, let me tell you. Years ago, we went to Miami, and my husband introduced me to something that he drank when he was a kid growing up in Venezuela, Maltas. I had never had one before. I was like, oh no, I don't drink those, you know. I don't drink alcohol. He's like, they're non-alcoholic. I'm all over the bottle looking, non-alcoholic, non-alcoholic. I won't even drink anything if it even has like 2% of alcohol in it, you guys. I've been sober since I'm 22. If you want to know the story about that, send me a message and I'll explain it to you. If you need help on that, I'll explain to you how I got help for it and all that kind of stuff. But this is not the place and time, so anyway. But I found out that Maltas, most of them, I'd say 80%, do not have any alcohol in it. So I was mentioning it on Twitter, and Judith, hey Judith, her profile picture is so hot. So anyway, hey Judith. Okay, so she used to live in Miami, and she is Cuban, and her name is Book Dreams. And on Twitter, Book Dreams with a 3. So anyway, like who does that? Kesha with a $? Okay, so we'll just call you Kesha from now on, Judith. You're Judith Kesha. I love to give people nicknames, Judith Kesha. So anyway, Judith Kesha recommended going to Walmart. Well, I went to Meijer instead. Walmart's right across the street. The lines are too long. And they have these India Maltas, and they're totally alcohol-free, and I love them, and they're little. And guess what? I drink them while I'm reading Jaws, because it's so much fun outside. Okay. So then I want to show you the other snacks I got, because everybody's like asking, they're like, you're dieting? How are you dieting during Booktubeathon? And I'm like, well, I am, and let me show you. Because, okay, you guys, if you're watching my other channel and you know I was supposed to start my schedule this week, I'm actually going to start it August 1st, which is a Monday. I'm too busy this week with Booktubeathon and a million other things, so I just can't do it this week. Okay, so I've been eating these Evol, which right now in the camera is showing me love, but it's really Evol. And this is chicken tikka masala. They have like these, they're so good, you guys. They're like lean cuisines, but they don't taste like freezer burn, which I think lean cuisines do. They're real low cal, high in protein, low in carbs, all that kind of stuff. I love them, you guys. They totally fill me up. They're like fried rice. They're so good. And then I've been reading, the same brand has these things called steak tacos, and they legit, I'm not lying, these Evol brands And you can also, look, save your things and send it in for a t-shirt, which I'm totally doing. So anyway, they taste dead up on some street tacos. And then I got these Garden Lights Ninja Power Muffins. I just love that name. And then look, peach pies, peach pies. And then my frozen yogurt, ice cream. But my favorite is Greek olive with hummus snack bites. Can you just see? Oh my God. The girl at the grocery store was like, you're here every day for those. I'm like, I know, they're delicious and they only make them every day. So anyway, that's what I'm eating. Leave in the comment section below what you guys are, oh my God, they smell so good. Whew, I can't wait to eat. What you guys are eating for Booktubeathon as far as snacks, all right? So, I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.